it's not always solely dependent upon talent.
Right.
Talent is a big factor, but if you're very talented and people have to spend a lot of time with you when you tour, and there has to be chemistry. And if you're a difficult person to be around, but you're really great, it's like the talent's there, but the chemistry and the person and being personable and being a cool person to be around.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's fucking hard.
Yeah,
Sometimes people that are really talented lack in the social department, and it's like, I don't really be around this guy. They're not very pro-social,
Right. Yeah, you can be the best, the best guy on paper for a specific position, but if you don't work in a team well, then the team won't perform that well.
I've heard this term that you usually get hired for your resume, but then you get fired for your fit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which I thought was a very good thing. It's like, on paper you're great, and you walk in and like, this guy does just not work in our team at all, And then you find somebody that on paper doesn't work, and then they get brought in, and you're like, man, this person's kicking ass,
Right. How do you express your personality through your music?
I think that I think this is amongst every single musician that I know, if you know what to look for, you could understand how people express, like you'll be able to pick it out. It's like somebody's personality going into their music, into how they perform and their play on their instrument is very it's almost kind of like this other, I don't know, not sense per se, but like it's kind of like a little bit of like a deciphering, like this ability to kind of like, I don't know, translate, maybe that's the right way to say it, translate. And it takes a while. Like, I think you have to achieve a certain level of musicianship within yourself and be very observant of the people that you're playing with, or maybe players that you admire. It's a little bit more different with players that you admire if you don't know them personally, because you don't have the other half. But yeah, the way I think exactly how a personality is in somebody is there's a direct link to how they play. And if they're a little bit more flashy, or if they're less flashy, if they're a little bit more pocket, if they're a little bit more this, like how they craft and how they play is just like, oh, that's exactly like how you are as a person. I just think it's kind of like another thing that you kind of have to develop and see. Because now the people that I've played with, that I'm friends with, I kind of can see that.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I totally see that, where it's just like, oh, it makes sense, Like,
yeah. Do you think like a quality of taste, for example, needs to be developed then as well with your?
What do you mean by that?
That you can tell that this is a good song. For example, this is a very well arranged song or written song, while others wouldn't, who are not maybe don't pursue a creative career, are not in music and are just like a consumer of music. Maybe they don't have specific quality of taste, while more professionals can tell this is a better song than that one.
I mean, I think so, but it depends the metric, right? Like, if the metric is moving units and selling and making money, then maybe the guy that understands music and has his or her own creative path that they want to do might not be tuned into how to write a great pop song in our current state, And because of that, the consumer, if your metric is money, then the consumer obviously is the person that, or the people that are going to, I guess, know best. Because you're, in a capitalistic society, if that's the metric. Now, if the metric is to write something very incredible that has a lot of tension and release and has all these really great elements of maybe pop and commercial mixed with maybe artistic, maybe mixed with this, and then yeah, maybe the musician has the better perspective on things. Yeah, I guess the metric. It's who's defining the metric, right? It's like, you know, like what's the metric? You know, is it money or is it creativity?
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
At least that's what I kind of interpreted from your question.
Yeah, of course. Like if it's in the end just making a product that sells well, no, I don't know.
Then the consumer is the one that knows best.
Yeah.
Because they're the one that's buying it, right?
Yeah.
But if it's like if you're making something for your peers, then like.
It was more like the creative aspect. Yeah, that's what I was more looking for.
Wait. So more of the creative aspect, whether it's an average person or a person that's involved in music. Is that kind of what?
Yeah, or like I think to me maybe intuition plays a part in that too. That you have like just you feel it in your gut. This feels right, and this is maybe a little bit. This doesn't. Of course, it's then personal or very subjective too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that you have like I don't know, a wine taster could tell if this is a good wine or not, because he has like the quality of taste in a way.
But taste is relative, right? And
Yeah,
taste
probably.
is completely subjective. Like sometimes I read or see record reviews, and then I listen to the record. I'm like, this is garbage. I don't know what this person's talking about.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just like I don't think because it is so subjective. I think it's kind of hard to to come to a unified conclusion.
Answer. Yeah. Right.
I would think.
Okay.